Hi, welcome. This is our daily reading for October 4th, Tuesday, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation and so on. So we are all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. In the end, is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? It's always your choice. Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have time, check out the links I provide below and show your love and support to the artists and musicians there. I find there are always amazing signs and symbols that go along with this reading in the videos that somehow appear. I don't know how I find them, but I find that they somehow connect to the reading. So if you get a chance, check it out. And let's begin with the Thelema Tarot. Also, if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, guys. All right, let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. One card for focus, clarity, and understanding the energies of the day and how to ride these energies best. I think you just heard, well, I just heard the heat come on. It was a little chilly here. That's why I have the like Star Wars look going on, but maybe it'll warm up in a moment. All right, let's get one card for focus and clarity into the energies of the day. For the highest, greatest good of all. The moon. So, learning how to see in the dark. Maybe there's something with the full moon coming up, or the new moon that we just had. Ebb and flow, riding the tides, learning, I just see learning to see in the dark, learning to adjust to the light, learning to have spiritual discernment, learning to really go into yourself and feel, see, vision, hear, all of the senses, whatever it is for you. I feel like we're all in tune to spirit differently. We all have a different frequency, a different energetic makeup. We're sensitive in different areas. For some of us, it's a gut feeling. You just know. You don't know why you know, you just know. For others, you hear music, you know? You go to sleep and you hear music. You think of music. You can like somebody who can pick out every single instrument in an orchestra and see how it all works together. Then I want to say the orchestra in nature too, how nature all works together, how the crickets are like a choir. Maybe I'll put that below. I still think that video is amazing, how they slow the they slow the frequency of a cricket so its little lifespan is stretched out to the lifespan of us, something like that, and play their music in the nighttime, and it sounds like a choir. It sounds like a choir of angels, a choir of humans, a choir of just beautiful voices. And I don't know why I thought of that. I also see that I see birds, and when I was outside, like 2 hours ago, it was dark, but I heard geese flying above me. They were just like making sounds in the air, you know. I was like, so I just I found it funny that they're flying at night. I'm like, what are you guys doing flying at night? You know, like you're on my schedule here. So maybe there's traveling at night, learning to navigate what you can't see, what's behind the veil, what's mysterious, what's in mystery, what's wrapped in mystery, wrapped in an enigma kind of thing. Finding your way through the gates, even if you can't really see the gates. You can feel them, you can sense them, you can, like, I feel like you're magnetized by a pull. Like there's a pull and you're magnetized by it. So your energy expands, your light expands, your knowledge expands, your lessons expand. Maybe there's like spiritual gifts that you're going to really feel today. You know, you're going to get some really deep signs and symbols today that are meaningful to you, You might be the only one that understands what that means, that number, that phrase, but you'll know it was a conversation or a thought in your head or something you felt, and then it was there in front of you. You know, you couldn't see that journey, but you know it when you see it. You know it when it's in front of you, when it's out of the shadows. This could also be secrets. The moon card could be like not revealing things that are in the dark, things that were not revealed before, coming to light a little bit, coming to the surface. The moon card is diving deep. You know, there's always a big ocean here. And there's always somebody who's either like going into the ocean or at the surface or on the shore, or I feel like sometimes in the forest. I feel like here it's mountains behind you. You're heading towards the mountains. You're heading towards stability. You're heading towards security. You're heading towards what you can see. The peak. You're heading towards a peak of something for you, but you have to go through the gates. You have to feel your way through the gates here. I feel like that's almost like my outfit here. She or he is cloaked, you know? That's kind of cool. So the moon is 18, which brings us to a 9. It brings us back into completion like yesterday, but this is understanding those ebbs and flows, how things come and go, you know, how you move with the tides, you move with the flow, you learn things as you go, you learn your lessons as you go. I feel like dreams maybe are involved here too, like something you saw in your dreams, you feel in your dreams, maybe sleeping, something you've kept hidden or comes back in your dreams or you've dreamt about before. I feel like there's something mysterious here and something enlightening here. So maybe you were diving deep into something before, dark waters you didn't understand, you couldn't see where you were, what was going on. I mean, dark water is sort of scary, so I think of fear, you know, and facing fears, because you're back at the surface here and you're back into the light here, even if it's not completely clear yet. It's coming to the surface, it's coming back around, it's taking another breath, it's starting another journey. Perhaps you don't see the whole thing, but you can feel the way here. You can feel, I feel like you're revealing things slowly too, or things are being revealed to us slowly and like deep. So let's go to, I'm going to go to the Animal Oracle and pull a card for Tuesday, October 4th. More clarity on the moon. Number 18, bringing us to 9, completion, letting things go, beginning something new, heading towards a new beginning, heading towards the sunrise, heading towards something that we feel. Let's get another card for the day. And that's the Emu. This is a good time to go on a new adventure. So it's starting something new today. It's starting something, maybe we can't see the whole thing, but we can feel it. And I feel like there's a lot of like energy here. Like this bird can run far and fast and carry a load and get there and get the job done and have a lot of energy. And like, I think of like an ostrich or like a big roadrunner, you know, something like that. Like not a flying bird, but a grounded bird, a powerful bird, something also a little bit primal here. I feel like birds are a bit primal. They got a little dinosaur in there, and you never quite know what they're gonna do, and I feel like they're really intelligent too. So they have that super intelligent mammal kind of energy as well, and I feel like they're very independent. You know, this is a big old independent bird. So let's, I feel like that's definitely a sign to like, you know, start something full throttle, to get something going, get something moving, get yourself grounded, feel the earth under your feet kind of thing, you know, and think clearly. It's like tapping into your instincts, maybe those primal instincts, those urges, those senses, those visions, those things that you know and feel, and that you're just attuned to with nature, and then your higher self as well, and that working all together to create a big power source to move along today. So let's go to the Art of Life Tarot, and let's get a card for October 4th, 2016. Let's get a little more clarity on the emu, new adventures, the moon, navigation in the dark. I feel like when the moon card comes up, I hear sounds that you typically hear at night. And for some reason, I always hear like sounds that seem strange to hear at night. And that's like the fear or the surprise or what you don't expect. So like an owl, you know, maybe a bat, maybe some crickets, maybe the wind rustling in the you know, the trees, you know, maybe an airplane above you. Maybe you're walking in a neighborhood and like the distant sound of a television, something like that even. But then you hear like a cry or like a whipper whistle or like something a little awkward, and you're like, what was that? And it's having that discernment to what it is and what it is not, and just knowing how to stay clear of danger and navigate accordingly, and to head towards what feels right and what feels warm, and like where the light is turning on for you. Like somebody walking in a park and it's dark and the like street lamp comes on above the bench, and you're like, oh, this way, and then you don't know where to go, and then another light comes on for you, and you go a little farther and another light comes on, and you just sort of trust that those lights are, you know, turning on for you to help you navigate your way to get you where you need to go. So let's get another card. Or even the opposite, if you're in the park in the day and all the lights, well, yeah, all the lights are off. I feel like it's the same thing. All the lights are off, and it's like you're the only one that notices there's one on for you, and you go that way. So I feel like there are lights on. And that was the Knight of Swords that just jumped. I didn't expect a jumper. So let's keep the Knight of Swords, and I feel like I should pull another card. So let's get another card for the Knight of Swords. This is KIERKEGAARD. Oh, that's a name. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. Not know who you are, why you're on your journey, how you got where you are. So sometimes you have to be daring. You have to do something. Yeah, I feel like this is like full throttle, like rushing in, the same kind of energy to do it, to just use that instinct that you have and that power source inside of you to make you move. I feel like it's passionate, but it's sword, so it's thinking clearly. It could also be a chance to go on an adventure, on a journey, like a physical journey. You know, to get in your car and to go somewhere, to fuel, you know, put fuel in your tank and get yourself ready, prepare yourself, you know, pack a lunch and go. I feel like pack something healthy, Like, I see a salad. My mom, I don't know where this came from, but I feel like a salad in a jar. And my mom makes the most amazing salads, and she does it like once every few days and gets everything from the garden, like walnuts. Don't ask me where this is coming from with this. So like walnuts and beans and, you know, sometimes eggs or, you know, lettuce and greens and all kinds of fun things and cheese and, you know, prepare them all in different jars at once. So the nuts are at the bottom, and then the cheese, and then the beans, and then the greens, and then the broccoli or whatever you put in there, and keep the like oil or dressing separate, and, you know, just keep them in the fridge in like a canning jar, like a glass jar that's airtight and it's fresh, and you kind of take that to go. I just see him like kind of having a lunch with him, like being ready to go on this mission and having his or her nutrients ready. So maybe there's a salad involved today. That was so weird. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily, not to dare is to lose oneself. So let's get our footing. Let's get grounded, you know, with this emu energy. Maybe there's distance involved, short, far. I feel like it's like maybe like something not that far, like an hour or two, maybe just getting on a train. I feel like saying your white horse because of this. So, maybe, yeah, maybe like a white horse or like white lights. All right, let's get another card for the day. More clarity on the Knight of Swords. Rushing in, thinking clearly, focused. Like, I feel like the Knight of Swords is extremely focused on something, on a goal, on a mission, on a task, on a journey, on something. And that's what's, you know, gonna happen. He's gonna get there. She's gonna get there. It's gonna happen. But I feel like, you know, it might come quickly. So be ready for change. The Nine of Swords. This was from yesterday. So, all right, so maybe, all right, Nine of Swords. Let's get into this again. This is apparently still needs to come back for us to see. So maybe some of us are still stuck. You know, you're getting ready for this. I feel like the Nine of Swords comes up for completion. You know, it brings us back to a 9 here. But this is getting stuck in our head and not moving. Not sleeping, not taking care of ourselves, not preparing, you know, your lunch, not eating things that are nutritious for yourself, not, it's like being overwhelmed mentally, you know, in your head by things that have happened and it affecting your body physically, what you do physically, your physical energy. And maybe this is coming up because today is the day it's actually in completion. You're done with this. You're ready to start, to move, you know, to get going, to go on a new adventure, to get some sleep, to get your juices, like get your battery charged up, you know, pack your lunch, take a hot shower, you know. I see like somebody shaving. So, the longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Voltaire. And I said this wrong yesterday, by the way. It's Francois-MARIE Arquette, I think. I think I said Francis yesterday, but it's head of a young woman with tousled hair, or Leda for short. Detail by Leonardo da Vinci, 1508, Galleria Nazionale, Parma, Italy. I still see music when I look at this card. So maybe she was listening to a sad tune before, you know, and something came on, you know, to change your tune, to get you moving, to get you started, to give you new drive, new ambition, a new adventure, another chance. I feel like a new focus. A new focus, and I feel like it's a positive focus. It's a new beginning. I'm gonna pull one more card from this deck. I didn't expect to get the Nine of Swords again, so let's get more clarity on what's ending this Nine of Swords. Not sleeping right, nightmares, changing this energy, changing our focus to something positive and being clear about something now, even if we're in the dark a little bit. And that's the Two of Cups. So we just went from the Nightmare card, not taking care of yourself so much, being overwhelmed by situations that happen. Maybe that was just September. September was rough. I think a lot of people had a lot of situations happen in September that brought us to this deep place. So we understand ourselves. So we understand our situation. So we're grateful for what we have and where we can move, and our chance now to move, to do something different, to feel something different. Maybe it's this. I feel like that's one of the weirdest cards, you know, even though it's ending something, it's still ending something pretty harsh. You know, you still had to go through something here to, you know, to be able to change the music. I feel like sometimes we go through something so we can create beauty out of what we went through, like a sad song. And sometimes that sad song is healing because it touches our soul. You know, it touches our soul and it changes our mind. It makes us feel something so we can move on and let something go and move on to this. This is my favorite card. The Two of Cups. It's finding that balance, finding that mirror in somebody else. First, it's always, I feel the Two of Cups has to be a balance in yourself first. It has to be understanding your masculine and your feminine first. And then the Two of Cups comes into your world. It's when the Two of Cups, it's not that it wasn't there the whole time. It probably was there the whole time. But it started with the focus in yourself, to see that love in yourself, to see that beauty in yourself, to see how you're perfect exactly as you are, because none of us are perfect. You know, we're all learning. So it's finding love in yourself first, in what you want to do, you know, in the focus of your heart. I feel like the heart's like, yeah, I still get this like emotional understanding of the heart kind of energy that I felt yesterday too. So maybe this was going into our heart to get our mind clear somehow. And it all comes back to our heart or hearts, our relationships, you know, those in our life that we love. The Two of Cups could be a new person coming into your world today. Somebody maybe very much like you, maybe not like you at all, but somehow a beautiful mirror of what you need to see and what they need to see. I feel like it's somebody that recognizes beauty in you, and you see only beauty in them, in their flaws, in their scars, in everything they've gone through. You find it beautiful, and they see the same thing in you. They see the same beauty in you, that same acceptance, that same gratitude to just have this person next to you, to listen, to hear, to touch, to see, to smell, to hear, I want to say it, to taste. So take that as you will. Maybe it's the salt. You know, this brings me to the south of France, and I feel like there's salt water or like healing energy, cleansing energy, breezy energy, changing energy. I feel like it's always like, I wanted to say universal for some reason, but I feel like it's everlasting love, unconditional love. It just, time doesn't exist here. It just doesn't. There's nothing holding you down. You're just free to feel, to experience, to love. You're free, and you're really in the experience here. And there's somebody else who's choosing to really be in that experience with you. Maybe that's this Knight of Swords. I also want to mention this could be an air sign in your chart, in our world. This could be the person rushing into your world. You're this person rushing somewhere. I feel like love creates this fire, creates this energy, creates this passion, creates this drive to go on a new adventure and feel grounded this time. You know, this could be someone you've known forever, you know, your husband, your wife, your honey, you know, your crush, somebody you never met before, and you go on a walk and you have a brand new experience after this moment. I feel like it's a relationship. It's somebody that is important to you. Somebody you can have a conversation with and be heard, and you hear them, and you're your complete self with them. I feel like almost like you were as a child, free. I feel like there's opportunity in this card with all the boats in the background. And I feel like all the steam coming up here is more like fire in the engine, like getting the engines going, opportunity comes. I feel like there's support here. I want to say support. That place that you go home to that just restores your energy because you're loved. And you wake up with new eyes, you know, you wake up with a new drive, new heart, new ambition. You see the world differently through this filter of love. I feel like it's love. So I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. And that's Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and it's The Terrace at Saint Adresse, detailed by Claude Monet, 1867. Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, USA. And this one is Don Quixote, by the way, by Honor de Mer, 1865 to 70, Neue Pentecost, Munich, Germany. So I'm going to pull one more card for the day, and let's get more clarity. I feel like this Knight of Swords is us becoming clear, connecting our heart and our mind together, and starting, you know, something new that really makes your heart pump, like gets you going. Maybe it's just this love, you know, maybe you kept something in the dark before, you couldn't see something clearly before. It was a time where you had to dive deep in yourself for some reason before, so you can come back to the surface, you know, get rid of this, bring love back to you, and start this. It always starts with you. So this might not be today, but it starts with you taking care of yourself, doing something new, you know, seeing things with new eyes. And then it magnifies. I feel like it magnifies, this energy of love magnifies, and maybe magnifies something back to you. And like how magnets, when they get closer and closer and closer, and there's that point where they're just like come together, and then it's just right. So let's get one more card for the day to bring clarity to this reading for the highest, greatest good of all. One more. And that's the Nine of Air. Okay, okay, so that's this. That's this again. Guys, so this has to end. This has to end. It's up to you to end this. This is a double whammy coming on in, because there's somebody or some of us that are focused on the wrong things, on what didn't go right, and not seeing the blessings, and being able to dive deep and discover who you are, how to feel things out, how to change things around, how to come back to the surface. You know, maybe we need to sleep, meditate, you know. The Nine of Swords is the Nine of Air, and maybe, you know, a good night's rest is still needed here, because this beautiful start is coming. You need to get your energy going for this, because you might not have some, you might have some sleepless nights when this comes in for a different reason than this. This is the sleepless night you don't want. It's when you just can't go to bed. You're up, you know, something's keeping you up. You know, you can't always control it. It's not always in our control, but you can start by seeing things differently, you know, bringing some healing to yourself in that situation, understanding it's okay. We all mess up. We all go through things. Things happen, and we have to get out of it sometimes. We have to stand up and do it, you know. Hi, Vinny. So in this card, it's the Nine of Air. It's still, you know, completion of something, changing something around. It's expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. So if this is what you want, this Two of Cups, it's up to you, you know, to start to find this love and this beauty and this joy in yourself. Maybe get to bed a little earlier, you know, maybe put on something boring, like on YouTube that's really boring and you can go to sleep to it. There are some interesting like sounds and things like noise, like white noise and stuff that might help, or like frequencies. Maybe some, I would say classical music is the best. Probably classical music, and maybe reading a book. Maybe reading a book helps, you know, it changes. Not, I would say turn off your TV to go to sleep. Maybe that'll help. Also, maybe dim your lights accordingly, like slow the lights, you know, 2 lamps, 1 lamp, a night light, and pretend like it's the sunset so you can, you know, help your energies move with, you know, the ebbs and the flows if you don't actually go to bed at a normal time or something like that. And, I feel like take care of yourself, you know, go to bed early, don't go out, maybe go home, have some tea, you know. I would say turn off the TV, turn off the weird frequencies, and maybe listen to music or read a book, because it'll put better brainwave patterns into your head to help you fall asleep, to help you just go, you know, into yourself a little bit and feel better, and get some rest and get your juices ready, because I feel like this is ending. This is a double whammy ending. It's also kind of cool. 9 and 9 is 18, and that brings us to an 18. So double completion with something, so we can start the new adventure of love this time. I think the darkness is over, guys, and I think love is coming in. So start to see the beauty in everything around you. You know, everything we have to be grateful for, that we're blessed with. And watch how this beautiful mirror magnifies back into our world. I hope this is helpful for the day, guys. I love you.